Seen the
Twitch.
link for YouTube that says starting soon.
Yeah, so it'll go live.
Twitch is live right now.
Just pause this. Ooh. Hearing a lot of noise for some reason. There we go.
Stop.
Assassin, you see YouTube yet?
Yep.
It shows up?
Yep.
Alright. Let me just... Okay, excellent. Oh, look, that looks good. Alright, let me just run the... Oh, shit. Oh, the video just got messed up. Turn your video back on, Taylor.
Sure.
There we go. Alright, I am a noob because for some reason I don't have our intro video on this computer, so we're just going to roll without it. Whoops, hold on. No, we're just going to roll without it. Welcome everyone to 4GwQPodcast. I'm on a new computer, if you could tell. Episode 96 for July 14, 2016. Sorry for being such a noob. This is the first broadcast I'm doing on this computer, so it was a long setup process. I am Inferno 217. With us, we have our usual cast of characters. We have making his 96th straight appearance. Wow, I can speak. ZBCI Assassin, what's up, bud?
Hello.
We have back on the program, represented by a spinning circle in the middle of a gray box currently. We have Taylor Merklin, a.k.a. Zebra Fries, a.k.a. Zebra Fries. What's up?
Hello.
And Taylor is new on Twitch, or are you not new on Twitch, or are you just going to start over, or what are you doing on Twitch?
I've had a Twitch for a while, just never did anything with it. I made it to watch other people, and now I have a desk and a chair, and this weekend I'm rearranging my room, and then I'm going to start streaming.
Gotcha. All right, so I couldn't add it in the overlay for this week, but next week we'll have it added. It's just the same as our Xbox, so just add her on Twitch and Twitter. Same thing, Zebra Fries, however you want to pronounce it. Add her up to watch her stream some games. She's going to start getting active on Twitch, so yeah, we're excited for that. Definitely have to check out the channel. Last but not least, we have Italian Clowns. What's up, man?
That's me right now.
Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on is that we've got a few topics to talk about. It's kind of like a dead week in gaming news, really. For everybody who's coming over from the TXR interview of Aaron Greenberg, we're happy to have you. Thanks for coming by and checking it out. That was a good interview, but we're going to talk about some stuff that's Xbox related, some stuff that's not quite Xbox related. But yeah, it should probably be a quick show tonight because it was kind of like a dead week, right? This was kind of like a slow gaming week. There was really Pokemon Go, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I think. And we will do our special Pokemon Go episode. We might be doing it this weekend, actually. So check our Twitter, twitter.com/4GwQPodcast. Or probably check out, our individual Twitters as well, because I'm sure we'll all retweet it. So make sure you're watching out for that because we're going to be doing that pretty soon. We're going to have probably like 6 people on the show to talk about everyone's unique experiences, all different parts of the country and whatnot. So yeah, should be pretty good. So look out for that in the very near future. What do we want to talk about first? Let's talk about something not really Xbox first, that I think everyone's going to have an opinion on. And that's the Nintendo Mini, right? The Classic Edition, as it's called. It's not actually called a Nintendo Mini, but it is, it can fit in the palm of your hand. And this was announced today kind of out of nowhere. This little NES box that looks like the original NES from back in the 80s. And it's only $59.99. It comes preloaded with 30 games. And Clowns, I know, as a retro gamer yourself, you're definitely interested in this. And I want to, have you kind of do the honors of telling us, what's appealing about this, what's not, what do you like about it, are you excited about this, or are you kind of pass it by?
Oh yeah, man. I'm really psyched about this. I can't wait for it because this is the Nintendo that I remember and this is the Nintendo that I love. This is what they did right in that era. So yeah, I'm definitely going to support it, going to buy it. I think it's really cool that it comes stock with like 30 games. Um, I am concerned a little bit about the size of it. Like it's kind of small. And that leads me to the question is how big is the controller going to be? Is it going to be big enough for Assassin to use, or is it going to be like what he would call baby hand controller? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh
I hear you.
God.
I hear you on that. I mean, the original for a big man like Assassin with his 15 shoe and everything. The original NES controller was actually a little small for him. So I wonder, is it going to be two sides of that? Is it going to be even smaller because it's a smaller console? What are they going to do with this? So definitely a valid concern.
But I do want to definitely say, the one thing that when I looked at this that I keep thinking about, that I keep playing in my mind, is that Nintendo knows that there's a lot of ROMs out there. And they weren't exactly happy about it when people first started doing it. They hit people with cease and desists, which is normal because it's their protected IPs, and I can't blame them. But it almost makes me think that they took like the Raspberry Pi threw the emulation edition on the Raspberry Pi, branded it Nintendo, and stuck it in a small box with, like somebody did a 3D print up, mocked it up, and then they mass produced it. So I'm curious when this thing comes out, I want to buy it and take it apart and see if there's a Raspberry Pi inside.
Interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Because I don't think the details have been released. I mean, I'm pretty sure they've said that you can't use the regular cartridges, so that's out. But how do you get games on this thing? So I mean, obviously for something that size, it's got to be microcomputer scale kind of deal. So I mean, the Raspberry Pi clowns, I'm with you on that. That would be a perfect fit for something like this with a old school Nintendo kind of casing to it. So I think you may be right on the money there with that. I mean, it's got HDMI support. It can do multiple suspend points. For those hard games that people can't beat in one sitting, like back in the day. You kids got it too easy these days. I'll tell you that, right, Assassin?
No.
Yeah, absolutely. um, so yeah, Taylor, I know you're a big fan of Nintendo products. We've talked about it on the show before. So are you looking forward to this thing? I mean, you're probably too young to remember it, from your childhood, I'm guessing. But are you excited for this?
I am very excited. I do remember playing some of these games because I believe we had an NES before we had a 64. Um,
Oh wow, that's crazy.
yeah. So we did play that while. Like I remember playing Donkey Kong. Um, I vaguely remember the Legend of Zelda games, and then of course Super Mario Bros. Everyone knows those ones.
Right.
So I'm very excited, and then I still get to have games that are new to me because some of these I
Exactly.
haven't heard of.
Exactly. So yeah, that's a good point. That's a good segue. Let's go into the games because you mentioned Donkey Kong. That's in there. That's part of the 30 games it comes with. You mentioned Super Mario Bros. That's in there. But then there's some ones that maybe the younger generation wouldn't exactly know about. Like as crazy it is, like Ghosts and Goblins. Do you know what that is, Taylor?
I've heard the name. I don't actually know anything about it.
Clowns. So you hearing this?
I can't. Oh man, I can't believe that because there's like an arcade port of that. There's a NES port. There's a Super NES port. Yeah, man. Like
I think a lot of the younger people might not know what that is, though. Honestly. Like Kirby's Adventure, like people know Kirby, but they probably have no idea what that is.
I've heard of that one.
Hmm.
you
Well, there you
know,
go. Maybe.
in all fairness though, Ghosts and Goblins was adult themed for its time.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it was hard as hell. Not to mention, I mean, it wasn't introductory gaming whatsoever. So yeah. Looking at the Twitch chat, there's already no additional games beyond the 30. They said, according to the Jizzle, but the controllers are compatible with Virtual Console if you plug in a Wii remote. Damn, that kind of sucks. Not gonna lie.
Well, see though, like right now there's no additional games beyond the 30 that might be planned, maybe licensing issues, but I'm sure somewhere along the lines Nintendo knows that DLC that's where all the money is. So I wouldn't be surprised if they flipped on a switch through their software to allow you to download stuff to this, or even add on external like micro SD support.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, yeah, like we talked about, they don't really want emulation going on. I mean, if you own the game, it's not a big deal, but a lot of people don't buy the game. They just get the emulated copy for free. But yeah, I can't see them just releasing this thing with only 30 games and calling it. I gotta, especially if it's a Raspberry Pi in there, somebody's gonna tear this apart, clowns, wouldn't you say? And just get in there.
I know,
screw with it,
I think Jizzle and I should tear this thing apart and see what it's made of.
and have it on the podcast. I on the YouTube channel. I agree. Totally agree. Interesting stuff going on in the YouTube chat. J Street says, "I kid you not, I'm literally buying this for my unborn son. Gonna introduce him this soon before he plays the crazy hardcore stuff." And I think for young kids, like, it's a great idea. Get them into the classics, the stuff that kind of, began the true video game craze in the U.S. And people will argue about the Ataris and the ColecoVisions and all this stuff. That we talked about with Jay from the Nintendo Quest back in the day. Really, really good interview with Jay. He's a huge Nintendo fan, but he also, is a hardcore old school gamer, and we've had people like that in the show. So there are definitely people out there that think that the Atari and the ColecoVision and stuff like that are the beginning of gaming. But for all intents and purposes, like, this is the beginning of gaming in the U.S. So it's definitely an iconic thing, and I think young kids will love it. I think it's a smart move, actually. I really do. And Nintendo gets a ton of shit for, rehashing the same old. But I mean, this is like iconic same old. It's not just like releasing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again.
I mean, essentially. Oh, I'm sorry, Inferno.
No, please. No, I was done.
But
Good.
I was gonna say, essentially, Nintendo saved the gaming industry because Atari collapsed, and Nintendo's what saved it.
Absolutely. What are we seeing in the YouTube chat? Somebody wants to know, does it have any external ports other than HDMI? Not too sure about that, but it definitely says there's no consoles. So I mean, no cartridges rather. And the two ports at the front for the controllers, are those USB or what are those? I can't even tell from the pic. No idea. It looks like USB though, but not sure. So I can't answer that at this time, J-Do, but we'll know when it gets closer to launch, which is weirdly, when is it, November 11th or something like that?
Yep, November 11th.
What do you guys think about that, the launch window? Is that good? Or, I mean, it's right in the heart of, the season when people, buy a lot of gifts and stuff, so this could be like a quick gift for a little kid perhaps, but at the same time, like, all these kids are asking for their Xboxes around that time, asking for their PlayStations, 3DSs, stuff like that. So I don't want to see something this iconic get just swept under the rug. But I feel like it might,
Not that long ago, I think, 2 years ago, they had a really crappy Genesis licensed kind of like knockoff, very similar to this, except it was more like a full-size Genesis. And it came with, like, I think 40 plus games or something, and it retailed for about 60. You get it on Black Friday around 25 to 30. But there were a lot of complaints online about it, about the controllers, and about that it was bad emulation on there. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of wondering, like, did Nintendo see that Genesis sort of successful? Like, I'd be really interested to know how much that sold.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who bought that, actually. A lot of that was on Groupon. A lot of people picked that up for real cheap. And like you said, like, the quality wasn't super, super good. But if the quality is good on this, I think this is going to sell like crazy, honestly. Like, all these games are really iconic stuff. Castlevania titles, Donkey Kong, like Dr. Mario, for Christ's sake, please.
And it's probably cheaper buying it at 60 rather than paying for it on the DS, like a la carte.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Those DS Virtual Console titles are like $5 each. You're getting 30 games times 5. You're already at 1/3 of the cost, pretty much. So if you buy it like this, so I think it's worth it. I really do. Assassin, haven't heard too much from you about this topic. I know you're not really a old school retro gamer, but does this entice you at all?
I mean, for $60 for 30 games for old school games, yes. I mean, they're gonna sell no matter what. But I'm not picking it up just because the time it's being released. But maybe
Yeah.
sometime in the future when it goes on sale.
DEA61636 in the chat on YouTube says, aren't these games already on the DS though? And that's kind of like what we were just saying. We were talking about buying them from the virtual console or buying them on the re-release versions. It's way more expensive to do it like that than buy it like this. So, I mean, if that's the holdup, I think it's definitely worth it to grab this thing. Does like for younger people like you, Taylor, does like the fact that it looks like the old school console and it comes in like an old school kind of NES box, does that have any value to you, or is it just being able to play these on like the regular, like the old school controller?
I like that they kept the classic design. I really do, because you have so many things that everyone is trying to be like, it's new, it's new, it's new, but then you get to go back to the classic stuff and you're playing the classic games on the classic air quotes console.
Right. If anyone wants to like check out what it looks like in an actual hand, because Taylor's saying quote unquote classic because it's way smaller too. Like it's pretty accurate, but it's like so damn small, and the HDMI port in the back and stuff. So it's not exactly like the old one, obviously. But if you guys want to see like what it looks like in an actual hand, how small it is in relation to a hand, you go to The Verge. They have a pretty good article about it that details, all the game list and what it has and what it doesn't have and stuff. So definitely go check that out, because that's where I checked it out. And and a car is going by my window. That's essentially where I got all of my information for it. So you guys can check it out on there. Anything else on this?
No.
I do want to give a shout out to gamertag Weckless on Twitter at JCalandyK, I guess. He's the one who kind of brought this to my attention and kind of essentially got it on the show to talk about tonight. So thanks for tweeting at us and suggesting it for the show. We definitely appreciate, community contributing like that. And yeah, glad to discuss this for you guys and get you guys talking about it in the chat. What next? Let's talk about something Assassin really loves. This should be a quickie. GTA Online Cunning Stunts. So, Assassin, this is the newest GTA Online expansion pack that I pretty much know nothing about, other than the fact that there's lots of loop-de-loops and you'll be able to design your own tracks for races pretty soon. But other than that, what can you tell us about it, and have you tried it?
Yes, I've tried it. I mean, I can't really tell you what's fully in there, but they have like 20 races with loops, big jumps, crazy drops. I mean, it's a ton of fun. You get a bunch of people in there, and like there's courses where it intersects. So like you'll do like a little loop, and then you could hit someone and knock them off. I mean, stuff like that is just mindless fun, and you could do it for hours with a bunch of friends.
So this actually makes GTA Online racing like legit, because I remember doing some couple races with you guys and I'm just like, this sucks. Like, it's so bare bones and stuff. But
Thank God you're not the only one who felt that way. I just had to throw that out there.
Right? I mean, GTA Online racing sucked, I think. But this actually does look cool. Like, this is really, unique and interesting. Like the picture that we have up right now of like some of the tracks, like all those loop-de-loops, like going up into like buildings and stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy what you can do in this expansion.
Yep, and I recommend first person.
Did you try it in first person?
Yeah, someone put it to set. You can only do first person.
Oh my god!
And of course,
dude.
they picked one where you jump like over a few buildings and you can't see anything.
That's
because
funny.
if you move, you're gonna flip, and it's just a lot of fun.
That's funny. People want to know: is it exclusive to PC for mods, or is it on Xbox One? No, it's on Xbox One and PS4. It's not on PS3 and Xbox 360. I don't believe, though. I don't think.
Assassin.
Okay, Klaus.
How would you compare the GTA Online racing and stunts to like Excite Bike?
Well, I've only played one of those, so GTA is better.
Jesus, man. Crusader of Xbox 360 says brings life into an old game. Absolutely. I mean, not that it really like quote unquote needs life, because GTA Online as a whole experience is still very popular and people still are digging the hell out of it. But at the same time, the racing thing kind of long in the tooth at this point.
You know, I'm going to be the devil's advocate here and say that GTA 5 needs to die out so they can make a new one. I mean, how long can we keep playing the same game for? I mean, it's been
Oh, another
ported and
5 years.
ported and ported, and they just keep adding DLC, microtransaction. Come on, man. Give me something like new. Make a whole new epic GTA 6.
Well, we
Stop
won't see
wasting
that
time
for
on this one.
years.
Yeah, Rockstar's just milking the hell out of this and doing it pretty successfully. Unfortunately, clowns. No new story content yet. Like, I'm kind of surprised about that. But yeah, because what did GTA 4 have? It had the Ballad of Gay Tony and right. What was the
The
other one?
Lost and the Damned or
Lost in the
something.
Damned. Or yeah. So those expansions were really worthwhile, and that really brought life to an old game that was kind of getting long in the tooth. So I'm really wow, motorcycle right outside my window. I'm really looking forward to to single player expansion on GTA for sure. But this looks cool. I'll get into this. Um, Taylor, you play any GTA Online ever? Or?
I did a little bit, but I got the game on the Xbox One super late because I got the Xbox One super late. Uh, so I haven't played it all that much because all my friends are like level 85 and I'm sitting there at like level 5. So I don't play it online as much as I wanted to. Uh, but I did look into this one a little bit and I saw that they added like what 13 new cars just in this expansion.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're adding new cars, adding a ton of new tracks. I mean, it's stuff that the people have been asking for. It's not like stupid little expansions like this racing thing. Like, I can't believe how many people are fans of the racing thing. Like, did you ever play any of the races, Taylor?
No, I'm
Yeah.
terrible at driving in those games.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal. But I mean, you make a good point. Like, it's not just silly shit. Like, it's good content. It's legit race editor, track editor, which isn't out now but is coming soon. It's a lot of tracks, a lot of cars, a lot of customization options. Like, it's legit stuff. And how much is this again, Assassin?
Free.
Absolutely free, ladies and gentlemen.
Unless you want to pay microtransactions, then it's up to you.
Right. Interesting comment in the Twitch chat that I want to get to. The Jizzle says, why would you want a GTA 6 clowns before next gen? Then you'll be buying GTA 6 twice again like we did with 5. And no one really says that's a problem. Now, my response to that, no one really, I don't really hear people be like, oh, I'm not buying GTA 5 on Xbox One because I bought it on 360 and they're not getting my money twice. Like, I never heard anybody really say that, but I could be wrong. What were you going to say, Clowns?
I was gonna say though, like with Xbox going forward, even if it came out later in the cycle, right before Scorpio, it's still gonna move forward with Scorpio.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So that's a good point too that I didn't even consider in this unique case is that like this, the Scorpio is all in the same ecosystem. The Xbox One, Xbox One S, like we don't know if there's going to be like hardware tweaks in the games where you can adjust video settings like you can with PC or not or what have you. But yeah, excellent point. It's gonna be in the same ecosystem, so it's not really gonna matter. It's still gonna be the same game. And if they're doing the play anywhere stuff with getting a PC copy for free, I wouldn't see them making you buy a Scorpio thing for free anyway. So I mean, a Scorpio copy on top of the Xbox One copy. It's all gonna be the same anyway. I don't know why I keep saying that. Anything else about this? Anyone wants to say?
No.
You like the title, Assassin? I know you're the biggest GTA Online fan here, so.
I'm not that big of a GTA fan. This is the only thing that got me back in like a year.
Nice. I'm gonna download it. I mean, I'm sure my cousin Kyle will probably bitch me out and be like, "Oh, of course you download it now, right?"
Yeah.
But Yeah, we won't talk about that too much. What do you guys want to get to next? Would you rather do Xbox pulls out a Gamescom or Xbox One S stuff?
Let's do the Gamescom.
All right, let's do that. So Xbox One, no Xbox stuff is going to be at Gamescom in terms of a press event. Aaron Greenberg on the TXR interview a little less than an hour ago did confirm that they will have a booth there and will have a lot of playable stuff, and we'll have a ton of stuff for their fans that do go to Gamescom. Gamescom is primarily a fan event, not really a quote unquote industry event like E3 really is. So I mean, they already have like 300,000 people that go to this thing. So a lot of people are pulling out with the conferences, right? Because Sony's not having one, Xbox, Microsoft's not having one. But they are doing, the FanFest thing again. And I did ask Aaron on that TXR interview if it's going to be the same as the E3 one or not, essentially. And he said it was going to be a lot different. So, what do you guys think? I'll let you guys, put in your 2 cents, of course. What do you guys think? Better that they're doing the FanFest thing, or would you rather have a conference, like we're used to?
I mean, it would have been nice to have a conference, but isn't it the 15th anniversary of the Xbox? But whatever. So I mean, if they're celebrating the 15th anniversary, it's better to, I think, do it with the fans. And I mean, this is something that they could do, to celebrate, the year, doing a little fan fest. That's what I think. But I mean, there's good things and bad things about it. But I mean, you get free stuff if you go there. So.
Yeah, I mean, tons of free stuff was to be had at FanFest at E3. So if they're, I don't know the exact quote right now. I had it up earlier, but they said quote, new and improved essentially, FanFest. So I'm assuming there's gonna be a ton of swag. Assuming there's gonna be a lot of worthwhile stuff to get the fans out there. As if there wasn't anyway. You're able to play all these games ahead of time. Like you're gonna go anyway, but the FanFest stuff just gets a little more hype behind it, and yeah, I think it's the right approach personally. Taylor or clowns on this? You guys pissed off about them not having a conference, or is it okay?
I think it's fine. They're still gonna have a booth. They're still gonna let people be playing the games and stuff early. Not having a conference, but still doing one just a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the big deal in it.
Yeah, and with the exactly, like you made a good point. They're gonna do one later, and it's not like it used to be where there was only E3 and Gamescom, and that was essentially it. People do Twitch streams all the time. People do YouTube live streams. YouTube is bigger than ever. You don't need these, like, I feel like you don't need these events necessarily. E3, it's traditional to have the conference. I see, get all the hype generated. Xbox had a huge conference. PlayStation had a pretty big conference as well at E3. But, they've done that, and now it's time to just, sit back, take their time, and use these other outlets to do it when they feel is right. So, like you said, Taylor, like they're just gonna have it later anyway. So,
I'm going to be completely honest here and on the record that I think big companies are sort of running dry in what to show. Now, for Xbox, the big news this past year was the announcement of Scorpio, the Xbox One Slim, and that was something that definitely had to be presented at E3. But the games, the AAA games from the big studios are taking longer and longer to make because they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger and more complex.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think there's not as many to show, and they're just running out of stuff. As far as Gamescom and them not having a press conference there, it's the right thing to do. And the Fan Fest there is great because it's going to get hopefully more Europeans into Xbox, because I think America is like the biggest market for Xbox, and it needs to expand its brand.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point. They're getting killed over in Europe, and a lot of people attend this event. But are they there for Xbox necessarily? Maybe not. If you judge the sales numbers, they're definitely not there for Xbox. But Xbox has changed a lot of its strategy in marketing and how they treat their gamers in terms of value for their Xbox Live subscription. with the addition of games with gold and backwards compatibility and play anywhere and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that stuff along with the fan fest, it's going to get people back into Xbox in Europe, and I think it's a smart move. But who knows what PlayStation is going to do there? They pulled out last year, I believe, and they don't have one this year. If they are they going to do a fan thing, kind of like Xbox? I think they probably should, but I don't think they will. But after seeing how successful FanFest was at E3, even though it was a little bit of a shit show in the line and all that stuff, I think they need a counter. I think Sony needs to counter.
In front of the thing I think with Sony is that, and us, we have all the systems, all of us here, pretty much. We got multiple systems. So I have a PS4, but and I'm not trying to hate on Sony directly, but what I'm saying is that Sony doesn't really have anything real to show right now. I mean, like the Vita, flunked. The Neo specs aren't as great as Scorpios. And developers have to make two different ports basically for Neo versus the vanilla PS4. It's not very exciting times for Sony. I mean, Sony was on top when they had the brag of more power or more pixels, whatever you want to call it. And now it's like, what do they got to show? Spider-Man and God of War that's probably going to come out in 2 to 3 years.
Right. But yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I don't think there is a ton on the Sony side, especially in AAA land for exclusives. But for me, that's kind of like that kind of makes me want a fan fest more for the Sony people. Like that should make the Sony want the fan fest thing even more than they have wanted in the past, because they need to get people hyped for the small shit, or else they're gonna start losing interest.
Well, I think, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that Adam Boyes used to do something in California for Sony fans. I don't remember what they called it, and they didn't publicize it as much as Xbox does with FanFest, but I think they did do something, and they gathered a lot of Sony fans together.
Right. Yeah, no, I heard that a lot from people at E3. Like, I was in the line and they asked me, how I got in. I told them about FanFest, and I was primarily an Xbox guy, but I'm, fairly on the neutral side, and I have a PS4, I like it, I have a Wii U and stuff. And they were telling me, they're like, "Oh, well, we're kind of upset because kind of like what you just said, Clown. So Sony used to do the FanFest kind of thing. They didn't call it that, but they used to do something like that, and now they don't. It's kind of like Xbox and PlayStation have switched roles in how they've catered to fans and stuff." So,
And I think what that has to do with is that Xbox has a smaller market share, so they have room to grow. Sony doesn't have as much room to grow because they're oversaturated. So if they did like a public fan fest right now, people would go nuts because of the numbers of the people, and they would just rush it, and Sony would be like having to do some type of spin PR to fix it. It would just be a big mess of people. That's what I think.
yeah, it's definitely a concern. I don't think it's easy to manage these things. So, obviously, like, at the beginning of the fan fest at E3, Xbox kind of, Microsoft rather, they kind of missed the mark, and a lot of people were pissed. But I mean, they made good on it for sure. Kudos, to Aaron Greenberg and Chris Munson and the team over there for making it good for those people who missed out initially. But management of crazy excited fans is a hard thing to do. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good point. Oh, Taylor, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What?
Oh, were you gonna say something? I thought I heard you.
No, I saw Assassin's cat in the frame and it made me laugh. And I tried to speculate.
Yeah, they're watching me.
Nice. All right, anything else about this Gamescom thing?
No.
People in the chat are kind of in agreement. Like, people. I saw a couple comments. Next Level Gaming, said they really don't, kind of agree with what Taylor said. They really don't need to do the conference thing anymore because they can do their own thing later on and still reach the masses with the internet and the interwebs, if you will. So yeah, Xbox pulls out of Gamescom. On a lighter note, though, for Xbox fans, we're getting some themed Xbox Ones as first leaked by what's that guy's name now? I lost the name. I'll find it though. But it was leaked and now confirmed. The Gears of War 4 Special Edition Xbox One S, $449. Am I correct, Assassin? Is that the price on that?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so $449. You get the Special Edition Xbox One S, with the Gears scratches in it and the red console, the cog symbol, that Gears blood red kind of motif. You also get an Xbox One new style controller, the one with the Bluetooth built in, the one that you can customize right now in Xbox Design Lab. And it's a special edition Gears of War one with a lot of the wear and tear looks and feels. It's not exactly like the special edition Xbox Gears of War Elite controller. That is, what is that, 200? I think that is.
Yep.
But it's similar in Gears of War decked outness, if you will, but it's not quite the premium quality of the Elite controller. But what do you guys think? I made this slide. People may be like, "Oh, we know the price, blah blah blah," but I made this slide before it was confirmed, so that's why I put depending on price would you buy one. But now that we know the price, $449, 2 terabyte Xbox One S with I believe the Ultimate Edition of the game. Am I right about that?
Yep. The $100 value.
Yeah,
Basically $50.
Right, so $50 more than the regular 2 terabyte Xbox One S. You guys liking this, or what do you think?
It's a great deal. I know clowns will disagree with me because it's Gears of War, but I mean, the console looks pretty solid. I mean, you're getting that like $75 controller, $100 game for $50 more. So, I mean, you can't complain.
It would cost me more because I'd have to like resurface the console and change it. I'd have to like spray paint it or something for it to even fit with my collection of stuff.
Yeah, unbelievable, dude. The console is badass. Are you kidding me? Look at that cog symbol.
I'm not a fan of the cog symbol, man.
Oh my gosh.
Well, even if you're not a fan of like Gears of War, I mean, you can't say it's a bad value. I mean, you're basically getting the Ultimate Edition $50 off.
Yeah, but see, I wouldn't pay. I'm gonna be honest here, and I love Xbox, but I wouldn't pay more than like $20 for Gears of War. Any Gears of War titles.
Wow.
Okay, what if it was Mario? They came out with a Mario NX. It was priced at,
because I'd have to see that it's gonna take off and be successful before
Oh my god.
Pac-Man.
They come out with the Pac-Man game. That's $100. Pac-Man console.
Okay, I'm listening.
And
you got my attention.
It's $50 off, and you're basically getting a nice Xbox.
Possibly, yes.
See,
I might be sold on that.
It's basically the same thing.
No.
Yeah, it is. It's just Gears.
Give me Forza Horizon 3 on that, and then we'll talk.
Maybe, we don't know. I mean, these are just the ones that have leaked / just recently confirmed. So we got the Gears of War 4 one, the Halo 5 one. Is that even confirmed? It's not even a special console. It just comes with Halo 5. So it doesn't look like they're too. And then that Gears of War for the Adam Phoenix Special Edition controller, the blue and silver one that they just leaked or announced or whatever. You guys see that one?
Yeah. Yep.
So they've got that. So it doesn't look like. I think the point of this segment is kind of like the Xbox One S. It looks like they're going to be doing a lot of customization with it. I mean, right out of the gate, they have 2 themed box consoles. They're all about customizing the controllers on Design Lab. It looks like they're going to have a lot of franchise themed models. And the Forza 3 Horizon 3 thing, I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. Could be wrong though. People in the chat aren't too happy about this, but before we get those opinions, Taylor, what do you think about the Gears thing?
Well, I see it as the same thing that they did with the Xbox One with Halo, where they came out with the special edition console that came with the controller, and then they released another controller, which was the Master Chief one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I see it as the same thing. I don't know why people are so upset about Gears getting that as well.
Yeah, I don't get like Clowns hates Gears, so I'm giving him a pass. But I'm seeing a lot
I
of
don't
people. Oh,
I
sorry.
don't like I don't like the Gears of War series either. That's not my type of game, but I don't understand why people would hate on it so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of hate. And the value is there if you're already getting it.
Oh my god,
Dude, you get the Xbox One S, right? The 2 TB version. That's $400. If you get the regular edition of Gears of War 4, you're already over what this one offers, and this one gives you the custom console and the Ultimate Edition of Gears.
how much is the 500 GB one?
$299.
$100 less.
Yeah, $299.
So the Gears of War 4 is what, $450 plus tax, and the 500 GB like $299. So just pop that baby open, put in a bigger drive, or
Oh
add
my
an
man,
external.
this
They're
guy.
just looking for an excuse to hate on Gears at this
I'm not.
point.
I'm not trying to hate on Gears. I'm just saying it's not my thing. You know, if this was Sunset Overdrive, even with the Sunset Overdrive that we have had and games with Gold One, I'd buy it for like 400 if it was Sunset Overdrive on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, just because that franchise is so old, I don't think they're gonna do it unless they have a new, sequel or whatever. But it looks like to me that there's gonna be more to this. I don't think the Gears of War one is just gonna be the only custom one. I
No,
really don't.
they should come out with a few of them. I mean,
Yeah,
they should come out with a Recore one. That would be
Recore
cool.
one, that'd be sexy. That'd be really, really good. Let me go to the chat really quick. I saw in the chat earlier. It's not right at the bottom, but Tomek said in the YouTube chat that he prefers the clean look of the white console. So that's definitely a consideration. I mean, people like the clean look of white, clean, solid color electronics to put in their entertainment units and stuff. And this is an entertainment beast. I mean, it has a 4K Blu-ray player. It's gonna have 4K streaming, HDR for your 4K HDR enabled televisions. So, do you guys think there's like credence to that? Do you think the white console just looks sleeker, so people will actually opt for that over the custom one, even though the custom one has a better value?
Mm,
That's
no.
that's hard.
The thing is that like I understand. Like I have my I know Assassin has it. Clowns, I think you might have it. This white lunar white
Oh
Xbox
yeah.
One controller, right? This thing is just flat out sexy, and it's because it's white. Like part of it is because it's white.
I like it because the grips, to be honest.
Yeah, the grips. I mean, the grips are going to be on that Gears controller as well. So, the grips, the white controller, like white electronics are sexy. I understand that. But the Gears one, you got to admit, like if you're buying the 2 TB white Xbox One and then you buy Gears of War Ultimate, you're paying way more. See, I just don't get that. I just don't get that. Another comment in the YouTube chat is J Street said, who's going to buy this stuff because Scorpio is already confirmed for coming in a year. So, like, who's going to buy Xbox One S's? Maybe this is how they're incentivizing people to buy them because they're giving them extremely good values on like Gears of War Ultimate and other potentially other franchise themed games. So you think that's what they're doing here? You think that's the play, or do you think they're just going all badass on releasing some new consoles?
I think they're going all badass. At least with the Gears one. With the One S. I mean, Mooch and other people have said this. I mean, if you wanted to buy a Scorpio, I mean, you're going to get more money out of the One S for trading than your one right now. But I mean, that's their only reason to buy one at this point, in my opinion. If you're going Scorpio.
Yeah. It's really tough because I understand where people are coming from with the Scorpio thing. Like I really, really understand that people don't want to buy an Xbox One S and then just have to upgrade later on and potentially not get that trade-in value that you talk about, Assassin. But these things are undeniably sexy, and I know there's that word again, but
Yeah.
I mean, seeing it in person, like, I'm not trying to brag, but once you guys see this in person, you're gonna change your minds because this thing is just unbelievable the way it
I mean,
looks.
Greasy just bought one because he broke his other controller. I can see it right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So there you go. Like, it's just I think the Xbox One S has a ton of value, so I hope people do buy it. But I kind of am on the side that maybe they're making this cheap just so that they can, get people to buy these things when, people might not buy it because they want to wait for Scorpio kind of deal.
Well, they need to tell us. I know you asked Aaron Greenberg this probably like a half hour ago. They need to tell us the trade-in program thing. Because I will buy a 1S like right now. Well, maybe not right now because I have to trade my Xbox, but I will buy one once they come out. And I'll trade that in if I get $200 back. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah. Jizzle in the Twitch chat says, Clowns, I'll buy you the console and put Sunset Overdrive on it for you. You give me the full cost, I'll keep the Gears code. What do you think of that?
If he can really get a nice Sunset overlay on it, we'll talk. Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Sorry, Assassin. I'd give that code up in a heartbeat for a Sunset
Gears of War
overlay.
Oh my god. I'll say that word if you don't give him the. He knows the word I'm talking about for the jizzle if he doesn't give up the Gears code.
Oh, okay.
Bonjour.
Oh, I know that word. Yeah. No, I know that. So Crusader Xbox 360 says in the YouTube chat, there's no trade-in program for Microsoft. It's whatever GameStop offers you. And that's kind of what Aaron Greenberg kind of alluded to tonight on the TXR interview, is that he said, we don't have anything to announce at this time, but you can kind of suspect what's going to happen essentially because, traditionally retailers have offered trade-in incentives. So, I mean, like Assassin is fearing, maybe there isn't going to be one because they haven't announced it, but I feel like it's just going to happen. I feel like it's going to happen. How can it not? Get people to buy the more expensive current thing, trade up.
No, and GameStop would love that because they could sell the 1S for more and they get all that money.
There you go. Anything else on this? On these custom themed Xbox One models or no? Okay.
No.
Jizzle wants you to say it. The word.
It's not happening.
So yeah, that's the Xbox One S special models. What else? We got two more topics. Let's do the one that I think is gonna get the most talk in the chat. And that's that Overwatch has a new character.
Ugh.
Assassin's favorite game.
Assassin's favorite game, yeah, it gets a new character.
Why do they need a new character? Let's put in some game modes, some that is not fucking boring.
That's the content. Right? You guys, everyone's like, oh, well, they need more content. It's a $40 game, blah, blah, blah. You're going to get a character like once a month. They already have a ton of characters. Now you're going to get one once a month. You're going to just broaden your ability to play as different game styles and play styles. How can you not be happy that they're getting one month later?
I see one character still on the same, I don't know how many maps, and the same like 2-3 game modes. It's still going to be boring as fuck because you're still going to be doing the same thing. I mean, it's a sniper healer, so you're going to be like Widowmaker. You're going to be up top. You're going to be sniping, but this time it's going to be your teammates. It's going to be a whole total different story, but it's going to be the same thing.
But to me, it makes sense to me because I play Smite. It's the same, like 5 different game modes.
Yes.
And you get
at least Smite has 5 game modes. This has like 2.
Well, even just game modes, there's one where it's just all out, you fight each other, and then if you have a team of 5, you go into Conquest. And Assault, you just get a random character. And then you have Joust and Siege. And Joust, Siege, and Conquest are all pretty much the same thing. It's just how many players you have.
Yeah, and look how successful that stuff is. Like, no one...
But the game's also free.
Okay.
So, I mean, $60 for 2 game modes that are almost basically the same. Okay. Almost, you know.
No,
And
not
then-
really, but I'll
I mean,
go with you for right now.
You know, you have to, you know, protect the objective. One moves, one stays still, yada yada yada. And then with Smite, I mean, yes, you get different game modes, but I mean, they're not totally the same. And you know, retrospect, you know, whatever.
You know, Inferno, I think when we played against the Jizzle, my love for Overwatch suddenly died. You know, he just proved to me like why Overwatch is dead. He's you know, yes, Reaper can be OP, but Jizzle is great with the Reaper. I'm not gonna lie, he's like very skilled with the Reaper compared to some other people. And you know, it just shows me that Overwatch is broken, completely broken.
I mean, I will admit it is losing a little bit of steam, but
A little bit. You mean all of it?
no, it is, dude. Please.
I mean, it's Blizzard on the damn case. If you got a
You know-
piece of shit and label it Blizzard, people would be fucking squeezing in their hands and rubbing on walls all day. Like, it's still not.
Oh, is that what they'll be doing? Just that?
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
Blizzard.
You know, I'll say this: I would give Gears a higher rating than Overwatch.
There we go.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
This
I just
gives you options.
listen. This is supposed to be a positive moment for Overwatch people. There's a new character already. She's kind of badass. I mean, she snipes, she heals.
Very OP.
Oh, you think so? Okay, so you've played as her?
No, I've just seen gameplay, and
Oh, okay.
she can heal her teammates from a distance, and she can stun and damage enemies and stop them from being healed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the stun thing, the concussion thing.
Inferno,
all day.
Let me put a question to you. How would you feel if Doom got a new character in multiplayer compared to Overwatch getting a new character?
I mean, we can't really compare those two, but I mean, Doom is still as hell compared to Overwatch, in my opinion. The multiplayer, the single player is worth the asking price and then some, but the multiplayer, no way.
Okay, Call of Duty. What if they got a new character? Which they did.
Fine, if they get a new character or new
CEO?
guns like or new CEO every single month, all for it, 100%. But I think it's nice to see that they're adding characters on a fairly quick basis, and they already have more in the pipeline. And this character is so drastically different from pretty much everything. I mean, yeah, it's snipes, so you can say it's what's her name?
Why couldn't they give us
Widowmaker,
another character with turrets? Like, why can't we have more turrets in there? Make it more fair for guys like me and Assassin. We could just drop turrets everywhere.
Well,
Hey.
and also if you want a guy who snipes and heals, just go play Evolve. It's free on PC.
Oh, we're about to talk about that next. Don't worry. But Overwatch is, come on. I mean, even you have to admit that Overwatch is way higher quality than friggin' Evolve. Come on.
Well, of course.
No.
Yeah.
I think Evolve's better.
Evolve has balancing issues. Well, so does Overwatch, but
yeah, you
not
can't
as
compare
bad.
the two like that.
All right, we'll get to Evolve
Graphics
stuff.
are definitely better in Evolve for sure.
Yeah, all those bushes. I mean,
You guys are unbelievable. So Taylor, yeah. So I mean, it seems like you watched a lot of this. So are you for this character? I know you said OP, but at the same time, it seems like you were kind of interested.
Well, I mean, I like to play the OP characters sometimes,
Mhm.
especially after a really bad losing streak. So playing her after a losing streak, I could understand. Like on Smite, I'll go Hell, who I'm ridiculously good with now, and it's just or I'll go Neath, who is a stupid hunter. But it's like playing her after a losing streak, fine. But if you're just gonna play her all the time, that's all you're ever gonna do.
Right.
Get a life.
Yeah, I think I've seen a lot of articles. Like I think it was Kotaku had an article, and literally the tagline was like, "Playing Ana is ridiculously fun" or something like that. It wasn't exactly that, but that's kind of like what the theme of it was. And and like kind of like for what you're saying, Taylor, she's kind of highly powered, and a lot of people will use characters like that and play them all the time. But I mean, I'm with you on that. When I see somebody playing the same character over and over again, I know they're really, really powerful. It's just like, come on, get with it. Like, especially with Ana, like she has such a unique game style, like play style. She's not gonna work. People are gonna find the ways to get by her pretty soon. You know what I mean? And to take her out from long distance. So I don't know. What were you gonna say, Taylor?
I honestly don't remember.
Okay.
I got a bombardment of texts from my sisters, and I got distracted.
Gotcha. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, Overwatch, new character. Only on PC currently, so can't play as Ana yet on console, I don't believe. Pretty soon though. Pretty soon. I know people in the chat are saying, play Halo 5 multiplayer over Overwatch. I mean, I agree with that. I do enjoy Halo 5 multiplayer, and I think that there's way more value there. But at the same time, Overwatch just scratches that itch that I have for a game like this. So I'll never let it go. Never.
Well, we need to get you some good games, and then you'll relieve that itch.
Just when you play We Happy Few, just make sure you take the right pills, Inferno.
Yeah.
So excited. Cannot wait for that game.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely, in a couple of weeks, we're going to be talking probably 3/4 of the episode on We Happy Few, if not more. So definitely be ready for that because we are really excited about that, and I'm definitely buying that game day one. So you're going to get it, right? Did you pre-order it tonight, Taylor? Or?
I did not, but I will probably do that after this or when I actually go home.
Nice. In the Twitch chat, Jizzle says he missed some of the conversation, but how can we say that Ana is OP? She does no damage on her own. And then he corrected it to like no damage, because that is not true. She does not a ton of damage, but she does damage. I mean, if you get hit by the sniper round, it doesn't do like the damage immediately, but it does like a like a burst of damage, if you will. I mean, it takes HP from you like over the course of a second. It's not like immediate. But I mean, she does a decent amount of damage. I wouldn't say she does no damage. She doesn't do as little damage as like Mercy, for instance.
Mercy is the best character ever. If you disagree, then uninstall your game, or just do that anyways.
Nice. No, I haven't really dabbled with Mercy a lot, but I know a lot of people that do play as Mercy as either their primary or alternate character, and they do love it. So I mean, yeah, she definitely is really, really good. And when you have a team with a Mercy on it, like you just feel so much better about yourself. I need an Overwatch intervention according to Witty. All right, we'll get off Overwatch then, because people hate Overwatch already, like they kind of hated Destiny out of the gate. All right, let's get into the last topic then. Evolve, right? Had only 300 active players on Steam, and then they announced it goes free to play, and boom, people are all of a sudden interested again, right?
Because it's free.
1 million.
Loves free.
It already. When did this go free? Like last week,
Yeah.
right? Went free last week. It's already up to 1 million players, and you could easily get like 50,000 concurrent players at one time on Steam, according to their analytics. It's I don't see it. I have it on my computer. I just got GTX 1070. Of course, I had to plug that in there, just rub in Assassin's face. But I don't really see the allure in it. I mean, not much has really changed. So, Assassin, you now that you see that there's 1 million players, potentially 50,000 concurrent players in PC, they may bring this to the Xbox later down the road. Get those people back and involved. Are you looking forward to running around for 20 minutes and looking for the beast, or?
Well, I mean, they said that they fixed it. Like when the beast running, they show where he is, like in the general area, like sign saying here he is. So you're not running in a circle and he's running on the opposite side of the circle. And you're just doing that for 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, yeah, I mean, they did make the maps a lot smaller because like. You watch the streams and at the beginning of that game, and how many times like in the after report where it showed like the whole match and where people were and the beast, remember that on
yeah.
on Evolve. How many times you just see like people just running around in a circle, and the beast
Oh,
was
yeah.
running around, the monster was running around, and so they needed to fix that. But at the same time, like I don't really think it's that much better. Like even so, even though the maps are smaller, like I really don't think it's better. I don't get that camaraderie feeling of 4v1, even though that's what you're supposed to get.
I mean, it's also in beta, so I mean, they have time to
Yeah,
give it
yeah.
a fix.
Wait, what? What did I just hear? Evolves in beta, or did I miss something?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
the free to play model is in beta.
Um,
that.
no, they didn't hear that. I muted it on the stream, so don't worry. Um, yeah, no, it's back in beta, Clowns. You didn't know that, or did you? And you're just being sarcastic.
No, I didn't know it was back in beta. I thought the game was really good. I'm gonna tell you guys, I really enjoyed Evolve. I thought it was a great game, and I had a lot of fun with it. I loved playing it with you, Cody, Assassin, not the Yugo guy, but yeah, dude, I loved playing that game, and I thought it was a lot of fun. Yeah,
You
sometimes the monsters were OP when Assassin didn't listen to the team on how to take the monster down because
Bullshit.
he plays multiplayer as a single player mode. We all know that, but yeah, it was
No.
fun. Graphics were
No.
great. Sound was epic.
The graphics
It
are
really
good.
got you
I will
into
give
it.
that. I will give it that.
Getting on that plane before you're about to drop really got you into that game, man.
Oh,
Like I
really?
was like wired for that thing.
This guy, unbelievable.
Does that mean you like the Titanfall plane too?
And the Halo 5 firefight plane.
Yep.
Oh, Halo 5 Firefight plane. Oh yeah, Xbot agrees with me on that.
Nice.
Get excited, man. You're about to drop and just kill things.
Nice. Taylor, were you into Evolve at all, or do you think you'll get back into it now that it's free to play, or if it comes to consoles?
If it comes to consoles, yeah, I'm not a PC gamer whatsoever. To be a PC gamer, I want to buy and build my own gaming PC, and I just don't have the time or money for that.
Right.
So
Exactly.
Hint, hint, Reezy. Hint, hint.
That's right. Reezy before the ring, the PC rig. Right? She's laughing about that. She's like, no.
he told me he was going to buy me an Xbox One S.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I don't know if that's true, but that's what he said.
That's love right there. But yeah, no. And Tomac asks in the YouTube chat, is it going to come to consoles? The free to play. They haven't said that they will do that. They haven't said they wouldn't either. They're gonna kind of wait and see how it does on PC. If it revitalizes the game like it looks like it's doing, then probably. But I mean, I don't see it doing well. I don't think people are gonna get back into it. It's just
I do. You
Really?
know why? Graphics are better than Overwatch.
nice. Wow, unbelievable, man. You can have fun then running around for 20 minutes in a circle before you get to the level 3 beast and then get your ass whooped.
At least it's better than dying and waiting like 50 minutes to spawn. And
50.
It seems like it, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then you run across the entire map because you can't sprint.
Or
and
when you
die,
respawn,
go back and do it again.
Jizzle's there with the Reaper just shooting you out. I mean,
I can't deny that. I can't deny that one. All right, anything else on Evolve before we kind of skedoodle out of here?
No.
Assassin, get on Evolve with me on your PC, bro.
Okay, buy me a good computer so I can play it.
Absolutely not.
Well then.
Hint, Reezy, hint.
Yep, there you go. Oh, man. What did you say, Taylor? Sorry, I didn't hear.
Just make him buy everything.
There you go.
Yep. We want Gears Ultimate Edition. Not the Ultimate Edition, but Gears of War 4 Ultimate, whatever. And, yeah.
Santa Reezy. Make it happen, bro.
Yep.
Give me dirty looks now.
Oh, man. All right, I think that's pretty much it. We're going to save the Pokemon Go stuff for our special episode, which may or may not be this weekend.
I hope it is.
I hope it is, too. I kind of want to get it done and over with. And not that I don't like Pokemon Go, but I know that, it's really hot right now. And honestly, a little sneak peek to my thoughts on it before the actual episode, I would like to say that I think this is going to cool off pretty quickly. And 3 weeks from now, no one will be playing this. And by no one, I mean
I
in our circle.
I'm not a big Pokemon fan. Like, I never got down with Pokemon, but I'm going to tell you this. I think this game's going to stick at least a year until people run out of Pokemons to catch. I think it's going to stick. The thing that's going to ruin it, though, is that it's easy to exploit.
Mhm.
And I'm going to be trying some live memory hackers on it eventually. And
There you
I'll
go.
be posting videos on stuff. So
There you go. So look out for those if you're Pokemon Go people, for sure. And hopefully you are, because we are doing a special episode. We'd love to have all of you people there to chat about it and tell us your thoughts. And,
and if you got soft banned, permaban, you're all my heroes.
you're unbelievable. Yeah, so maybe, maybe Sunday earlier, we'll be able to do, I don't know. We'll talk about that, and then we'll let you guys know on Twitter. So definitely follow us on Twitter. 4GwQPodcast is our Twitter handle. We'll probably make an announcement on Facebook as well. Make sure you guys follow us on there. Four Guys with Quarters is our Facebook name, quote unquote. I don't know. You guys are probably watching. If you're watching live, thank you very much for joining the show tonight. You're probably watching on YouTube or Twitch, so you guys know where that's at, what that is. But if you don't, it's youtube.com/4guyswithquarters and twitch.tv/4guyswithquarters. Check out our website for past episodes, news articles, opinion pieces, probably some links to all this crazy stuff that Clowns has been doing on YouTube. Probably some links to Assassin's foray into YouTube.
Yeah.
We need to get that video up on the site.
Yeah, exactly. Probably some links to what Taylor's doing on Twitch and stuff with her rebirth of her Twitch channel. That kind of stuff. So definitely check out the site 4guyswithquarters.com. Follow us all individually on Twitch and YouTube and Twitter and Xbox and all that good stuff. Maybe I'll get the PSN stuff in there. Although the only ones with PSN now are me and Clowns, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, very sad. Very sad.
Sasa could sell that Gears 4 console, get a Neo.
He could, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and before we get off here, I just want to give a big shout out to Free Play Florida 2016, the pinball convention. A lot of big names are going to be there. The king of Donkey Kong is going to be there, Todd Rogers, an old school Guinness Book World Record holder. And so we've been supposedly invited to Free Play Florida 2016. Look forward to it, and Zaz's going to be my press cameraman, and we're going to have a blast, and we'll show you guys all about it.
Yeah, so look for that in the future. That's like way down the line, right, Clowns?
Yep, but I want to hype it up, get it announced, and
Oh yeah,
let people know about it.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely have to promote that a little bit more, in the coming months for sure. We won't wait until the last second to promote that because we're looking to go to more conferences and get some more footage and some unique stuff on the site and on YouTube. So definitely, check it out. Other than that, I think we're done. Thank you guys for coming by again, and peace out, Cub Scouts.
Bye.
Later.